Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. Here's a recap of our top stories from the week. State Representative Jamie Walsh held an open house event at his new office in Sugarloaf on Thursday. The open house gave residents of the 117th District the opportunity to meet the representative and see how the office can assist people with different issues, such as property tax rebate and licensing issues. Walsh said that the office can provide state services at ease for anyone that has trouble finding exactly what they need.
If you ever go to the state website and you look for services and you try to figure it out yourself, some people just aren't capable to navigate the state website. It's not the easiest at times. So really anything state related, birth certificates, death certificates, licensing information, any forms that are online, we can have them right here for you. Anything fish and game related for the Commonwealth, we have information for that. We have all kinds of information on like PACE and PACENet, and basically any state-related or regulated programs.
The 117th Legislative District covers 29 municipalities, and Walsh has been making an effort to address them through different events across the district.
We had a grant writing seminar last month, which was very well attended, so I was able to meet a lot of the township supervisors or council members. We're doing a concealed carry event. We have 2 of them, one in the northern part of the district and one in the southern part of the district coming up this month. We have a senior scam seminar that we're putting on for senior citizens. Sometimes they're getting phone calls from strangers and they're pretending to be someone they're not, or text messages, and they just don't know what to watch out for. So we're everywhere right now. We're servicing the community the best that we can.
Walsh said that he enjoys meeting the people of his district and helping them to find solutions for any problems they may have.
Whether it's they applied for a grant and they haven't heard anything, to whether they're struggling with some kind of limitation on their business, schools, any problems they're having in schools, and I'm very happy to be the representative here to help people through those difficult issues.
Representative Walsh's office is located at 669 State Route 93 in Sugarloaf.
A man is facing multiple charges after authorities say he led police on a chase that resulted in 2 people being sent to the hospital. According to police, Jonathan Ferrero led officers on a chase on Wednesday after it was discovered he was driving with an expired registration. The chase began in Kingston, near the intersection of Wyoming Avenue and Market Street, and continued on Route 11 through Edwardsville, Larksville, and Plymouth. Throughout the chase, officers say Ferrero was driving erratically, making improper lane changes, and passing other vehicles illegally. The pursuit came to an end in Plymouth in the area of Main Street and Academy Street, where Ferrero struck another vehicle. Investigators say the crash caused the struck vehicle to be flipped onto its roof. Ferrero was taken into custody, and police say he admitted to using marijuana and methamphetamine. Officers say Ferrero also apologized for his actions and explained that he knew the vehicle was illegal and that he was currently on parole. Officials say the struck vehicle had 2 people inside who were transported to a nearby hospital for treatment. The severity of their injuries is unknown at this time. Ferrero has been charged with aggravated assault, recklessly endangering another person, fleeing or attempting to elude an officer, and possession of a small amount of marijuana, among other charges. Ferrero has been denied bail and is currently behind bars at the Luzerne County Correctional Facility. His preliminary hearing is scheduled for April 22nd. The Hazleton City Council has approved a new sister city partnership with a community in the Dominican Republic. The agreement was approved on Tuesday and will create an international partnership between the city of Hazleton and the city of San Jose de Ocoa. Proponents of the decision say the partnership will provide windows for cultural exchange, community programs, and economic opportunities. According to Sister Cities International, there is no limit to the number of sister cities a city can have, and community involvement can range from 6 to hundreds of volunteers. The Sister Cities initiative was founded by President Dwight Eisenhower in 1956 to promote peace through mutual respect, understanding, and cooperation. In addition to San Jose de Ocoa, Hazleton also has sister city partnerships with Lombro and Mingardo in Salerno, Campania, 2 Italian mountain communities. PA State Representative Dane Watrow and Senator Dave Argyle hosted a concealed carry seminar in West Hazleton on Wednesday. Watrow said he was pleased with the turnout of people who came out to learn about this important topic.
Packed house tonight. I'm glad to see the turnout. People are interested to know what their rights are, and they have a right to carry a concealed weapon. But like I said earlier, we must do it the safe way, and we must do it the legal way.
During the seminar, Luzerne County District Attorney Sam Sanguadolce and Luzerne County Sheriff Brian Shumsky provided information regarding the rights and responsibilities of gun owners in Pennsylvania. When it comes to gun ownership, Sanguadolce said education is key.
I think far too many people go out and purchase firearms without the knowledge on how to properly use them and the laws that apply. So I think if you are going to go and get a firearm before you go about carrying it, it's important to arm yourself with, number one, the knowledge on how to use it, number two, what laws are going to pertain to you, and especially if you're traveling, keep in mind that the laws in Pennsylvania are different than the laws in any other state. So you have to research what laws apply in the places that you are traveling to.
Luzerne County Sheriff Brian Shumsky said the most important takeaway from the presentation was to make sure you get a license.
The best recommendation we could always give is to get a license to carry firearms. The reason for that is a lot of people don't realize that certain things are considered concealment, like a vehicle, or if they're carrying openly, if their coat goes over that firearm, it's considered concealed. So again, to save themselves the trouble and the hassle, it's better off to just get that license.
If you missed the presentation on Wednesday, Shumsky said there are other resources available to learn about gun safety and concealed carry.
A really good resource that is available actually comes from the state representative. They have books that they are available at their offices. It's Pennsylvania laws relating to firearms. A lot of information could be gained from those. Again, I'm going to kind of go back to what I said from the beginning. We have a few of these presentations coming up in the future. We would definitely recommend anybody seeking information and to better equip themselves with safety and to make themselves more knowledgeable to please come out and view one of our presentations.
The presentation ran from 6 o'clock p.m. to 7:30 p.m. at the West Hazleton Borough Building.
Coming up on WYLN News, Chris Fulmer takes us down the path through history with Milton, Part 4. Plus, we join State Representative Dane Watrow on Watrow's Weekly Update. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network and Jefferson Health, investing in your well-being and building healthier communities, because more expertise and convenient care mean better outcomes and a healthier you. Learn more at lvhn.org/Jefferson.
My name is Zyla, and tomorrow's gonna be rainy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
You will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nescopeck and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cher's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cher's is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on Wyln TV 35. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online. A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
An unusual ad appeared in newspapers around the nation in 1928. Pearl Locke, who worked as a twister in Milton's Susquehanna silk mill, was looking for a husband, and she reached out to the newspapers to let the world know of her search. She did, however, have a few stipulations for any potential suitors. He had to be at least 30 years old or younger, had to be a white American, and most importantly, would have to have at least $10,000 in cash. Pearl, who had grown up poor, told reporters that her financial security was her primary motivation making the latter demand, explaining, "I would have the fine clothes that women love to wear. I am about fed up punching time clocks and figuring whether to buy silk stockings or coal out of my weekly salary." She also made clear she was serious about the man having $10,000, insisting, "Who doesn't want a husband who is worth a little bit of money?" Offers from potential suitors poured in after the ad's publication. One former mayor from Vermont even promised Pearl $50,000 for her hand in marriage. Eventually, it would be announced in June 1928 she had made her choice of husband, although his identity was not revealed, and a wedding date was set for July 7th in Lowell, Massachusetts. What became of that marriage is not clear, although Pearl would later marry Lee Moyer of Lebanon in 1931. She would have 5 children and 23 grandchildren before her death in 2000. Pearl Locke rests today in Covenant Greenwood Cemetery in Ebenezer, Lebanon County. The Great Depression would hit Milton hard, as it would the rest of the country, throwing much of the community out of work. Town leaders looked for any lifelines to give Miltonians a lifeline for employment. And they would get it, courtesy of a man whose name would soon be known the world over. He was originally named Ettore Boiardi when he was born in Piacenza, Italy in 1897. He would immigrate to the United States in 1914, where he anglicized his first name to Hector. He took up work in New York City at the Plaza Hotel. He would then become head chef there in short order and got a major career boost when he was contracted to do the catering for the wedding of Woodrow Wilson to his second wife, Edith Bowling, in 1916. By 1924, Boiardi moved to Cleveland, where he would open his first restaurant, Il Giardino d'Italia, the Garden of Italy. At the time, Italian cuisine was not widely known by much of the American public, and when they tasted Boiardi's creations, they were highly impressed. Soon patrons were asking for samples of his spaghetti sauce, which he would obligingly provide in spare milk bottles. Among those who had asked for the sauce were local grocery store owners Maurice and Ava Weiner, who urged the chef to go into business selling his products. Boiardi agreed and devised a plan with his wife Helen and brothers Paul and Mario to sell his products in stores. although he would change his name spelling on the cans to make sure customers would pronounce it properly. By 1938, Boiardi was looking for a new location to produce his wares. Milton, surrounded by rich farmland that could grow high-quality tomatoes, won his attention. He purchased the former Susquehanna Silk Mill, which had closed in 1936, a victim of the Great Depression, and repurposed it for his needs. The new Chef Boiardi factory would open on August 5, 1938, with 200 employees. In addition to the tomatoes processed at the plant, mushrooms were also grown inside, and Boiardi personally expected each one grown to guarantee it met his standards for high quality. During World War II, the plant made Army rations, which earned it the prestigious Army-Navy E Award. After the war, Boiardi was left with the difficult decision to either lay off his workers or sell the factory. He would ultimately choose the latter, selling to American Home Food for $6 million. The new owners, however, would keep him as the face of the company in television advertisements for decades to come, and the chef would occasionally return to Milton over the years for special events. Hector Boiardi died in 1985, but his factory, now run by Conagra, is still operating today, giving generations of Miltonians good reason to say, thank goodness for Chef Boiardi. In 1937, the Milton Flying Club had formed during a meeting at the Mary Ann Tea Room. 4 years later, its members would purchase 100 acres of land on Harry Clemens's farm south of the borough. The Milton Airport would open the following year, featuring one large hangar, 2 smaller ones, and a recreational building. During World War II, it was selected as a site for training aspiring pilots from Susquehanna University's Army Air Force Training Battalion. The site had a particularly smooth landing field, which made it ideal for this purpose. After the war, it would be owned by Harry Neidig, who would put on occasional special events, such as an appearance by parachutist Dick Cooper in 1950. The airport closed in 1971 after efforts by Milton, Lewisburg, and Watsontown to make it a regional airport fell through for lack of funding. During this time, other locals were also into flying. Farmer Jacob Miller was a member of the Flying Farmers Organization, comprised of professional farmers who also had pilot's licenses. And twice, in 1957 and 1960, Miller hosted the organization's other members on his farm for their spring get-together. The attendees flew in and landed on the Miller farm, bringing their own food so everyone could have a grand picnic together. In later years, Milton would find much pride in Milton High School basketball. Tony Fanek was hired as boys basketball coach in 1977. It would take him some time to get the Black Panthers into a winning groove, but after leading Milton to its first district title in 1986, it would bloom into a powerhouse. Fanek's tenure would be highlighted by 12 Central Susquehanna Conference titles and 12 District 4 championships. His best year would be the 1987-88 Black Panthers, who roared to a 30-3 record. The team made the state championship game after a spectacular buzzer beater to defeat Holy Ghost Prep in the state semifinals. It would fall just short against Seton LaSalle 77-72 in the state AAA final. Fanek retired in 2008 with 573 wins and 31 years in charge in Milton.
Welcome back to Feel Good Friday. I'm joined with Dr. John. Dr. John, how's it going?
Hey Ryan, good. Thanks again for coming to my office.
Yep, and today we're going to talk about the importance of getting in the proper amount of water.
You know, 2/3 of the earth is covered in water. 82% of the body is fluids. We don't realize it until we're probably squashed by a machine, I guess. Water is crucial. They say we should drink a gallon of water a day. And I'll be open with you. Here's what people tell me. I drink a gallon of coffee, a gallon of iced tea, a gallon of beer, half a gallon of whiskey. No, water is what's good for the body. There's a time to eat Gatorade, or drink Gatorade for electrolytes, but too many caffeine patients get dehydrated. Iced tea dehydrates us. Liquor dehydrates us. And I've been told by people who drink a lot of liquor, they have a cup of, then they have water. Cup of liquor, cup of water. So hydration. On a cellular level, our body is always detoxifying itself. We need water to get those impurities out of the body. So my advice is to get a container, a gallon a day, fill your glasses, sip it all day long, so by the end of the day, the gallon of water should be gone. Once you get in the habit, yes, you will pee more often, but you will detoxify your body, you will feel healthier, you'll sleep better, your skin, bowels, everything is better with hydration.
Yep, and it is very important to stay hydrated this summer. with the sun coming out. So I'd like to thank Dr. John for joining us on this edition of Feel Good Friday. We'll see you next time.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Cooking rice just isn't nice. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch, 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it. The secret is Perfect Cook technology that surrounds the rice with controlled heat for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops and keeps it warm to serve. It won't burn, overcook or undercook, guaranteed. And rice is just the beginning. Make mac and cheese, frittatas, oatmeals, soups and stews, even ramen dishes. And with a ceramic, ultra non-stick interior, cleanup's a breeze.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system with the steamer tray and 1-2-3 recipe guide, all for just $39.99. It comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. We'll even ship your entire order free. Order now.
1-800-640-8545.
Welcome back to Watro's Weekly Update. I'm joined as always with State Representative Dane Watro. Dane, how's it going today?
Very good, thank you very much. The weather's a little cold this week, so I'm really interested in seeing some warmer weather with Easter right around the corner, so keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed for a warm-up. Hopefully we get that soon. I know today we wanted to talk about, recently you had your Carry Conceal seminar, which was a very successful event you had with several different officials. If you could tell us more about that.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. I did see you had your crew out there. They were filming it. Almost every seat was filled. And West Hazelton, thanks to Borough Council and to the mayor for allowing us for the second year now to use their facility. I came up with this idea of hosting a seminar for concealed carry because it is our right to carry a concealed weapon. Now, with that being said, there's a proper way to do it and a safe way to do it. And I believe that a lot of people don't know what their rules or what their rights are. So we wanted to bring them that firsthand. And our Luzerne County District Attorney and our Luzerne County Sheriff came down there and they gave great detailed instructions on the proper way to go ahead and be a licensed carrier of a firearm and to what you should and should not do being a owner and carrying a firearm. With that being said, they also had a slideshow that they went through the laws, the do's and don'ts, and that's really important. Me personally, I carry a firearm. But there's a safe way of doing it and there's a legal way of doing it. So one thing I'm going to continue to do as I'm a sitting legislator is bring this to the people once a year so we could bring them up to date if there's any changes in the laws or just as a refresher course. It's like I said, the second time we're doing this. Last year we had a great turnout. This year even larger. Also, I'm going to do one down in Schuylkill County at a date to be determined yet and location, but I think it's very important. Community super interested in it. So we also have material on concealed carry firearms with the laws and regulations in our office. So I encourage our constituents, if there's any concerns or questions, stop in, see us. We'll give you a book with all that information in there. But thanks again to our Luzerne County District Attorney and our Luzerne County Sheriff for spending the time with us for about 2 hours yesterday, going over the do's and don'ts of concealed carry.
Absolutely, yeah. Lots of very useful information, and it's invaluable information that anybody could really use to when you own a firearm like that. It's just so much information you need to know to stay safe and understand everything with that. So
that's right. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
I know you also, with Easter just right around the corner, I know you have a lot of Easter activities and events coming up here in the Hazleton Schuylkill areas. If you could tell us about those too.
Yeah, so kicked off our Easter season down in Hazel Township. Unico had their Easter Bunny down there with different stations set up. It was really cool, really nice to see. So many kids showed up, and we're going to be out there trying to participate as much as we can, my office. And this coming weekend, Hazleton City is hosting their Easter celebration for the children to come through, and we're going to have a tent set up so the kids could come see us and pay us a visit there as well. So a lot of good things happening. Spring's on the way when we think about Easter, so thanks for bringing that up as well. I just look forward to the warmer weather finally.
Yeah, spring definitely means warmer weather, and I also cannot wait for it to get that warm up, so definitely looking forward to it. And is there anything else you want to share with us this week?
No, I think that's really about it. Just we keep on moving, staying busy, and just out there with the people. If they could definitely check out repwatchrow.com on the website, sign up for a weekly newsletter that goes out every Friday, late morning, early afternoon, that's when that's released. And then also social media, which I don't know much about. I'm trying to learn still. Facebook, Instagram, and is it X?
I guess it's X.
intertwined there. But yeah, check me out on Facebook. You could just like that page, or check us out on repwatcher.com. Sign up for that weekly email.
Yep, definitely check out those websites. And as always, I want to thank Representative Watcher for joining us on Watcher's Weekly Update, and I'll see you next time.
Lehigh Valley Health Network is now proudly part of Jefferson Health. And when two healthcare leaders come together for the community, you can expect more. More locations, more clinical trials, more breakthrough treatments. Jefferson Health and Lehigh Valley Health Network. Together for the future of care.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Here's a question. Have you ever been told, don't go to a chiropractor, you're going to get hurt? That person has been hurt by a chiropractor, or it's a doctor who has had patients hurt. So respect them, but I have 1,000 patients who've been told that, and with gentle chiropractic care, changed their life. Give us a call.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman. Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.